Hey, how you doing? Durinde back with you once again. Continue our Let's Play of Stellaris as the Cardassians. Of course, we're working on that war against the Borg. We're taking them down, taking back one planet at a time, working away, chipping away, and eventually we will work our way to victory. At least I hope, because it is taking a little bit of time to get through this. Anyway, peace offer between the Romulans and the Klingons, so that war has ended. I've kind of been keeping an eye on that from the sidelines. We're still well over our fleet limit, so there's no real reason for me to build extra ships at this point. I think we are building a few, though, down with Soha, or whatever it's called. Sao 2, okay. So yeah, we do have some replacement ships coming up because the Borg are mounting a bit of a defense, so we will lose some ships from time to time. Okay, so we have a transport fleet here and an assault fleet. Good. What about the first task force? What are they doing? They are jumping out of this system and moving into the next system. Okay. So yeah, we're getting ready to take a few more systems here. So while that's happening, let's take a look through our planets, see if there's anything we can do, anything we can upgrade, anything we can do to improve the lives of our Cardassian brethren and those brethren who are not genetically Cardassian. As long as you're part of the Cardassian Union, we're going to take care of you. Protectorate status, the Romulans and the Drassians. Good for them. Okay, so there's lots of food on this planet. I think the game will get... It's chugging away a little bit. I'm not sure why. So, energy still kind of a concern for us because we are over this fleet limit. So hopefully the game will let us into the build screen here. It is taking its time there. Whoa, we're building. We don't need a hydroponics facility. Yes, let's try this again. Build. Okay, so we are looking. Okay, what is this anyway? Nutrient rations. It's pretty much energy bars. I don't think we need that. Industrial fabricator. Reduces construction time and building cost. I don't think we need that. We've built most of the buildings that we need on this. Built most of the buildings that we need on this planet. Mineral silo or mining network, don't really need it. Nuclear fusion plant. Do we have a power hub on this planet? Doesn't look like it. We do have quite a few energy producing buildings, so build a power hub on Yanessa, Cardassian Quatrius. We can upgrade our society lab. And can we do anything else? No, we're just waiting for that pop to come in, and that should happen very soon. Actually, Asmore, we're building a university, Skelion Prime. We're building a university there. Chadaga, maxed out. Yeldaria, maxed out. So pretty much the planets where we have this particular race, the Shellax, or Shellyax, or whatever they're called, they're pretty much settled. So if we do end up dropping some planets into Sector Hood, it's probably going to be them. Of course, the Trill, still super mad about being under the protection of the Cardassians. Do we have defensive armies here? We don't. Okay, that might help a bit if we build a few of those. I'll make sure the rest of our planets have defensive armies. I'm not sure how we went so long there without building any. I'm usually pretty good about that. Can we build anything else to make them happy? Commerce Guild. Maintenance 1. It's 1 orbital hospital. You need a Red Cross thingy there. Station bar. You need water and booze. Station restaurant. You need 2 water. Food goes down by 1. We're at 4 food right now. And does that increase happiness? That was station restaurant. Colony ship build speed goes up and migration goes up. That doesn't really help us. Okay. So we'll just leave Trillius alone for now. So we have 4 food. We only have the single hydroponics facility. That's pretty good for us, actually. Okay, we'll unpause the game again. We have 5 food on this planet, and we can get some energy or some engineering out of this tile, so we'll go for that. And Sato 2, people are still not super stoked about being part of the Cardassian Federation, but Cardassian Union, but they're starting to come around. Do we have the purge policy? We don't actually purge anyone. That's not the Cardassian way. Even though that's, they took Bajor in the series, I mean, they didn't purge the Bajorans outright. They put them in labor camps and stuff. So, okay, biomedical advancements goes up, growth time goes down, leader lifespan goes up +10. So yeah, it's not like a full out purge. So I may change that actually. We could change that. Habitability +5. Leading command frontier suppliers. Planet food. Now let's go for biomedical advancements again. And while we're doing that, let's take a look at our fleets. Okay, so this fleet is engaging their military port. The first task force. Where are you guys going? You're going to try to retake this world, okay. Alright, so we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 planets to take back from the Borg. So it shouldn't take us that long to retake them. So how are we doing for food here, by the way? Food's at 13. So we don't really need so many hydroponics facilities. We do need energy, though, so can we replace you with a... We could do a trade station there. That produces one... What are they? Trade goods. What else can we put there? Mineral silo. Armor factory. Surprised we can't do the biomass furnace? Biomass or food deposit? There is a food deposit. I guess... No, it must have been a blank tile, actually. So food's at 13. So there should be a food deposit here, actually. So we can build a biomass furnace there. Going to suppress society. I'm fine with that. We have this third order that's just in orbit down here. What's up with them? Why aren't they joining our main fleet? Did someone close their borders? I'm guessing that's probably what happened. Yeah, looks like those guys got built after, I'm guessing, probably either the Voth closed their borders again, or maybe the Talaxians again. God damn it, Neelix. Why do you keep doing this to me? Anyway, we should have enough ships and troops to actually take the Borg out. Hostile fleet engaged, so the 8th Order... Okay, so they're still attacking their spaceport. First task force, they're doing their bombardments, so it will take a little while to finish that. Alright, see if we can build anything to increase happiness here. Do we have a military academy? That's not going to help us. Mining network's not going to help us. Power hub. Prototype lab increases engineering output or produces 10. And increases it on the planet itself. That seems kind of good. Royal Gardens uses 4 energy, but it produces +5 happiness. So yeah, let's plop that down. Speaking of which, let's take a look at Trillius Prime. Maybe we can build a few buildings that will increase our happiness here. So we got power plants. Even though they're maxed out, they're still only producing 3 energy, which is not terrific for us. Yeah, that's right. I was going to take a look at my ethics and turn off purging, because that's not really our thing. We'll enslave people, but we won't purge them. We're at 58% now for war score against the Borg. So, yeah, policies and ethics, purge. Okay, if we prohibit this, is that going to make anybody mad? Doesn't look like it. If we make Xenos only... One pop will be less happy, but if we just make it prohibited altogether, then happiness will go up all across the board. It's going to take 10 years to enact. I think it's worth it. I think as we grow as the Cardassian Empire, and as we take more and more inferior species into our fold, we have to open up to understanding and stuff like that. We are the best species in the galaxy right now, the Cardassians, but... maybe the Federation, maybe they might have a couple good ideas once in a while. You can't automatically dismiss your opponents. Sometimes you got to look at what they're talking about, and maybe sometimes they have a good idea or two. That's not saying the Federation, everything they do is great and terrific and sunshine and lollipops and rainbows, but maybe this thing about the spirit of cooperation. Maybe there's something to that. We'll see. We'll see. You know, we've done the slaving thing at the start of the game. That didn't quite work out for us. In fact, we pretty much lost a major war because of it, so maybe we'll turn things around. I don't know. We'll keep our enslavement policy, though, because maybe we'll enslave the Talaxians. Okay, so we've taken back another Cardassian planet, so I do have to make sure that our transport fleets do have an escort. So for the first task force now, can I just click on you guys like that? I can. Not realize that. Send you over to this system, and we will. Oops. Maybe we won't. Grab you, and we will take that planet. 8th Order, we're doing bombardment. It looks like they're ready for an invasion. So we'll land some armies there. The war score has dropped back down. So let's take a look at Trillius again. How are things looking now? Let's see, Xenos only, terror bombings. Still not quite sure what these terror bombings things are. I gotta look that up. Native interference is non like basically all of their ethics are in opposition to what we do. And I can't really do too much about how they feel about that unless I start to do some propaganda campaigns. 0. Okay, we'll keep working on the Trill. They'll come around. I know they'll come around at some point. Biomass sorcerer. So it has food's at 4 here. So if I got rid of that sorcerer, is there any just standard hydroponics? So we would lose out on food if we took that out. So we might want something more useful than a biomass sorcerer here, but I think that is... yeah, that is kind of powering this bio-manufacturing plant. I guess we'll leave things as they are for now. I'm trying to improve the life of the Trill. I mean, I'm doing my best. I'm building some great buildings for them. And I'm sorry if it's not good enough for you guys. I'm doing the best I can here. We do have a fairly large Borg fleet coming in here, a 6K fleet. So we'll intercept them with our larger fleet here, because they're probably going after our small fleet. So we're definitely going to want to take them on. Actually, we'll make sure you guys are set up to attack them. First task force coming into this system. Going to be fighting a few mining stations and stuff along the way, so it will take you a little bit of time to get to your target. The 8th Order? Okay. I was trying to figure out what was on the go there, but it's just the fact that the Borg borders have been contracting. Confused me a little bit. 3rd Order, okay, they're still kind of stuck down there, and these guys are engaged in a fight. They're taking on a research vessel. The 8th Order should be jumping out very soon here. 3 days. Hopefully they'll make it in time to save our Cardassian brethren. They do have another small fleet coming up. So they are fighting back. I mean, they're producing fairly sizable fleets to send up against us. It's not going to work out for them, though, because we have 2 massive fleets here. So too bad for them. At least they tried, I suppose. Let's take a look at our research. 27 months for better shields, 28 months for biomedical advancements, and 28 months for rapid-fire torpedo launcher. I don't remember starting the research for that, but that sounds pretty cool to me. Okay, so our small fleet has started facing off against their kind of sizable fleet. Our ship's coming in from this sector. How long before we're actually in the system? A couple more days. Hostile fleet engaged. I think so. Okay, what's on the go in this system now? So we're taking on some defensive outposts, their space station, and we'll start the bombardment very soon there as well. Okay, so we still have both ships. It's going to take couple days for the warp wind down. Maybe these guys will survive, I'm not sure. What are we facing off against? A bunch of Borg spheres. Again, I kind of regret not looking at their fleet composition when they had kind of more ships and stuff, because I never did see a Borg cube. I'm assuming that they have those at some point. Okay. Alright, so Trillius, yeah, so we can't do much about Trillius. Again, these planets are kind of maxed out, so can't do much about that. Let's check out Dagra. Okay, so we're doing 2 influence. We're spending a whole bunch of influence suppressing people. There's not much I can do about that, though. Hopefully the Tadegras don't gain too much support. We did lose 1 battle cruiser in this fight. We may lose the second one. That's okay. That's okay. They died for the glory of Cardassia. It should be an honor. Okay, so our transport fleet here. I forgot to get them to link up to these guys. Okay, so transport fleet 77. We need you to follow this fleet. So have they started the engagement yet? Looks like they have. I don't think we're in range yet. Not quite. So this poor battle cruiser, can we retreat? Don't think so. They are dead as a doornail. That's okay. We'll take out their smaller fleet here. And then we will take out their planet. So yeah, it's kind of a mopping up thing, and I mean, I suppose we could drive the war score up and then try to sue for peace, but I think taking the Borg out as the Cardassians would be a nice little feather in our cap in terms of what we can do here. So, alright, so we have taken out their spaceport, so we should start bombarding this world very soon. And have we actually started the firefight here yet? Looks like 1 ship is in range, that's it. The Rabal 13 doing all of the work by itself. Looks like we're shooting some photon torpedoes and stuff, though. And we're fighting mostly destroyers by the looks of things. Okay. Looks like that ship's probably not long for this Earth. Or not long for this universe in this case. So, First Task Force has the bombarding going. They've started. They're working on it. What are we facing off against? They do have quite a few defensive armies, so our troops will have their work cut out for them on this world. Okay. So we're at 6.9 versus 20.1k. Once we cut through their shields, things should start to speed up. Still 6.9k? Even though we lost a ship. I don't know if they've lost a ship at this point. Focus your fire, boys. You know, playing the original Final Fantasy should be standard military practice for any admirals in Stellaris. You know, you concentrate on your one enemy, then the next enemy. You don't divide up your damage like that. It's RPG Mechanics 101. We're down to 18k, so we have lost a couple of ships here. Not including that smaller fleet that we lost already. So, again, yeah, I mean, the Borg are putting up a bit of a fight, but as we take planet by planet, it's going to be harder and harder for them to produce more ships. So we'll land our army there. And take that, and that. That's going to cut their current borders in half. Okay, so they're soon going to be Borg without borders. Okay, so 18.8 versus 5.3. Seems like it's taking a lot for us to eat through their shields, which seems right, actually, in terms of their phase shields or whatever they have. They do have a generator, antimatter long-range cannon, and heavy photon torpedoes. This little plus thing. Haven't seen that before. Anyway. We'll continue working on them. Here comes their transport fleet. Another cruiser should be biting the dust very soon. They do have quite a few ships, though. Actually, a bit of a bigger engagement than I imagined. Okay, how's our invasion going? Looks like it's going fairly well. We're chewing through the Borg armies. One more tick should do it. Alright, you guys need to follow this fleet. And the first task force, we need to send the Hydrobus system. Take it easy when you take the Hydrobius, I think. Anyway, it's quite the invasion fleet they have there. 89 transport fleets? Holy crap. Not sure if I'd have that right across our... I don't know, maybe. We do have quite a few transport fleets. This is turning into quite the slugfest, actually. Looks like we may be engaging their space station soon as well. I mean, are we concentrating our fire at all? Looks like they have a destroyer that's about to go down very soon. Very good. This may be their last stand, though. I'm hoping it's going to be their last stand. First task force, okay, so they are still waiting to get to the edge of the system to jump out. So they should be jumping out shortly, though. Okay, let's check out our planetary fleets, because, I mean, the war's going to go on, regardless of watching or not, so we can upgrade our power plant here. The replacement has started here. Can we build anything in space to make you happier? Looks like that's probably a no. We do have defensive armies. No, we have all assault armies, so we do want to build up some more defensive armies if we can. Okay. We'll get there eventually. Where there is, I'm not sure, but we'll get to a point where it's going to be the tipping point for the Borg. Okay, so we are coming into that planet. They do have their military power for their space stations doesn't seem very high. I think the standard strength for those is usually about 1,000. So I'm not sure why theirs is lower. Looks like the Keldon 7 might be heading to the scrapyard very soon. 16.9 versus 2.2. It's quite a protracted fleet battle we have going on here. And I think both of us have regenerative hulls, so... And there's a transport fleet involved here as well. These guys can't come up here, can they? No. That would be too easy. Alright. So, 1.7. Okay. So we're starting to rip through their ships pretty quickly now. Yep. So, the fight for this system should be over very soon. How are things going in this system? So we're going to be taking on a transport fleet, like a military station, as well as their space station. Okay, we've started the engagement here. Did we send out our transport? Yes. Okay, so our transport fleet is following them. I just want to make sure that that was indeed happening for us. Okay, looks like we got a few fighter craft and stuff out. And have we beaten them yet here? They're down to 500, so they're down to a couple of destroyers. So this should be over very, very soon, I'm hoping. There we go. That was quite the engagement. But at least it's over now. We did lose a few people, lost about 4k in terms of fleet strength, and they do have another fleet coming up to face us. 1.1k. Of course, as we are taking out these mining stations and such, I mean, that's less resources that they have access to. Well, let's take a look at our planets. See if we can do anything else. We do have someone coming in there. What can we build that would be useful to us? So food's good. They're fairly happy people. Max happiness is 5. Do we have a frontier clinic or anything here? We could do a Royal Gardens. Maintenance is 4 energy, though. Do university, trade station, science center. How much science are we doing on this world? We're doing a lot of, what is that? Society research. Well, let's go for Royal Gardens. My Cardassian people deserve to be happy. Let's do that for them. Upgrade our couple power plants here. How's food? Food's at 4, which is good. So we don't need to build anything that produces food. We're still not doing great for energy, so a geothermal station next to a volcano might be a good thing. How are things here? Food's at 7. People are fairly happy. Do an industrial fabricator. Reduces building construction time. What are we producing the most of right now? We're producing quite a bit of energy on this planet. Can we do a power hub? We can. That will increase our energy credits for that planet. Okay. Next one down, Terdaga. Okay, we can't do anything with that one or that one. Trillius. Can't really do anything aside from the fact that we're building those defensive armies. Morska, which is our Klingon world. We can upgrade our engineering facility. The Klingons are starting to come around. They're unhappy because of the fact that it's stormy. They do like our law enforcement policy, which is protect yourself, which is pretty much how you would expect things to be on the Klingon world. Okay, so food, there's that too. That person is super unhappy. We really need to get our influence up at some point. Anyway, the 8th Order, how come you're not doing anything? You guys should be bombarding. They probably got interrupted at some point. Alright, so we'll take out these 2 planets. That's going to leave them with 4. So we are in striking distance of actually winning against the Borg now, in terms of wiping them off the face of the galaxy. What are we going to do then? Well, might be time to head back down to the Alpha and Beta Quadrant and, I don't know, maybe start taking a chunk out of the Federation. How's relative power right now? Everyone's either inferior or pathetic. Ferengi are actually one of the more powerful species. They're tributary to us, so that's fine. We're maxed out for minerals. We're still over our naval capacity. Can we do any... Oh. No, we're not going to join the Breen. We've discussed that before. Not happening. We actually want to take out the Breen at some point. Make them part of the glorious Cardassian Union. It's the best thing that can happen to any race, actually, to become part of the Cardassian role. Ozamade 3. How fast do these guys come in? Can we tell? 2.5 a month, which is actually pretty quick for growth. Okay, so we should be able to land our armies fairly soon. There goes the invasion on that world. The start of a new year, so the game's going to save here at any moment. Come on. Come on. There we go. Actually going to speed things up to fast here now, because we do have a handle on everything. And I doubt the Borg are going to surprise us with anything at this point. We'll land armies here. And yeah, that will be 2 more freed worlds. So then, yeah, the Borg will be down to 4 at that point. I was kind of considering leaving like a single Borg world just I don't know, just to mess with the Gamma Quadrant. But I don't know, maybe I should wipe them out. I'll see. I'll see how I feel. They are a threat, you know, and you don't really gain anything from okay, so the invasion's over here, right? I'm going to war with them because they can't meet your war demands. So we'll head down to this system. Yeah, I mean, I said I want a whole bunch of planets. They don't have any planets left to give me at this point. Okay, so that's another enemy planet that's been secured, so we want to make sure that our transport fleet is following our main fleet here. So this is the 8th order. So we'll get you to head over to this system. Okay, clear this. Alright. Bark here. We want to build as many defensive armies as we can. Morshka. Okay, so they're almost done that. Trillius Prime. Can't do anything with Tanagra. Can't do anything with Skellion. So we will get a little bit of a bump to influence once the war with the Borg is over, though. So I just had Humiliate. I didn't have Stop Atrocities or anything, did I? Yeah, okay. So that'll give us an extra 100. We're maxed out for minerals. I mean, unless I build mineral silos, not much I can do about that right now. Yeah, most of the people on like our primary Borg worlds super happy about being Cardassian, so can't make people much happier. So what are we facing in this system? Kind of sucky that our transport fleet is yeah, I didn't mean to click on you. So anyway, whatever. Let's take out Gelada. Okay. They do have a few transport fleets here. And they did have that 1K fleet kicking around somewhere. I'm assuming they're kind of hanging out in the Borg homeworld space. And we'll eventually face off against them. Okay, so we have one more jump before we come over here. So yeah, I mean, they had kind of this section of space sewed up, as well as they had a system down here and a couple systems over here, so they are definitely backpedaling right now in terms of strength. The alternate timeline where the Cardassians saved everybody from the Borg. And they had to fight the Talaxians to actually get access to them. What a world. What a world. And we may have to fight the Talaxians again, actually, just to get our fleets back to home space. Crazy times. Alright, so we're taking on their space station there. Now, what do they have for defensive troops? Pretty much a full slate. Game's saving because we're halfway through the year. We're maxed out for energy credits at this point. Okay. And, yeah, we'll take out their transport fleets. Good. Taking out their spaceport. Good. Okay, what have we found in this system? Some transport fleets that are leaving, actually. Everybody seems to be running away. I think our war against the Borg is going to end with a victory for us. Okay. Why are we not bombarding here? Okay, now we are bombarding. Excellent. Okay. Still not sure what that terror bombing thing is. What is our bombardment policy? Attack target ground support limited. Fleet stance. I don't know. The 8th fleet still has a bit of a ways to go. Morshka, what's on the go here? Okay, we can upgrade our engineering building. Klingon engineers, I know that they exist, or they should exist anyway. How else did the Klingons get into space? I think there's a quote from Enterprise or something like that. It's like, what, you think every Klingon was a warrior? And they were like, we kind of thought they were, but no, they have teachers and stuff. They are a functioning society. Okay. There goes their spaceport. And we will start the bombarding there soon. If we actually click on the planet. There we go. First Task Force has the bombardment going. Looks like we are ready to invade here. Land armies. Are we still building ships here? build a bunch of cruisers just to spend some of these minerals. And we do have a surplus of energy, so don't feel too bad about doing that. And it seems prudent for us to have like a fairly sizable third order, just in case we do indeed attack the Federation and the Romulans. We might be fighting a multi-front war in that case. Okay. So we want to embark everyone here, and we want to build defensive armies. Okay. How is the 8th Order doing? Okay, we can start the invasion here. Land armies. First task force. Grab our assault armies, you guys join up. And the first task force is going here. And then we'll meet at their homeworld, I guess. Completely eliminate them. 46 now for war score. So things are going to be done fairly soon. So there's the invasion. Garnia. And it looks like we should be done pretty soon there. What research we have done? Shield hit points go up. Excellent. It's a nice boost for us. Warp core upgrade. Space lighthouses. I have no idea how that would work. Microfission cores increase energy storage capacity. Reveals resource. Microfission cores. Fiction booster. Multitronic computers. Seems like something useful to add to our fleets. Okay. Alright. So the invasion here should be done fairly soon. Another couple ticks. Everything is tickety-boo. Alright. The 8th fleet here will send to the current Borg homeworld. And as long as the Borg don't send out a Borg sphere to go back in time and try to prevent us from building warp technology, I think we should be good. There are actually 3 planets in this system. Yeah, that makes things a little bit more complicated. I'm guessing the bulk of their fleet's actually going to be here. Explosive weapon damage goes up, that's good. Make our torpedoes stronger. Structural integrity field. Chronoton torpedo. Probably not going to focus on mechs, because that's not really Star Trek-y. Destroyer assembly yards might be good. Yeah, let's go for better torpedoes. And in terms of society, army damage plus 10. I like it. I like the idea of that. Okay. Trade deal, research agreement with the Niberites. I am fine with that. Okay, so there are a couple space stations in this system. This one might be a bit of a fight. Okay. What about the 8th Order? They've just jumped in and... Okay. They had to make a little pit stop in that system. That's fine. Sometimes you gotta stop for a space pee. Get some space sandwiches. Some space RC Cola. Man, can't remember the last time I saw it. Do they still make RC Cola? RC Cola was like the super cheap cola that I remember my dad buying before we'd go on road trips. He'd buy one of those big 24 cases. Okay. Alright. So we're almost into their home system. Alright, so what are we facing off against in their home system? They do have a few things on the go here. A few mining stations. A 1.7k fleet. Okay. Well, let's do it. And we'll just take this system one planet at a time. That's the only way to do it. And then the Borg will be done. It's going to be the end. That's the thing. Should I commit genocide against the Borg? Is that an ethical choice that we have? I mean, the United Federation of Planets, they might be kind of second-guessing themselves at this point, whether it's the right thing to do, but I don't know. I think the Cardassians would just crush them. They're like, hey, you want to take over the galaxy? Not on our watch. We might be space dicks, but
Station complete.
we know what's best for everybody. Okay, so we can land our troops here. And while those guys are landing... Actually, we'll wait. No rush, I guess. Okay, so have we started the firefight here yet? So we have a space station, all of their transport ships, and their fleet. Okay. Very good. How are things on Mushka now? Oh, we can upgrade our engineering building again. Sao 2. These guys super unhappy. Why? Still don't know where this terror bombing thing's coming from. Primary species, no private ownership. Maybe you should move somewhere else then if you don't like it. Anyway. Alright, so we've taken 1 out of 3 planets in the system. Let's go for number 2-0. We need you to follow you. Okay. This is going to be the major event of the century. They have, what, 5 destroyers. We should be able to win against 5 destroyers, at least I hope at this point. If not, we're in trouble. Check out our other planets while we do that. We do have full defensive armies on Trill, right? Yeah. Okay. We can't do anything on Trill. And our Shellyak worlds are pretty much tapped out. Why don't we have any defensive armies on this world? Seems like we should. Okay, we can upgrade our power hub there. I think we were building a power hub somewhere else. Let's quickly go down through our worlds. Is it Yanessa? Yeah. Game is saving because we're at the start of a new year. So we'll upgrade that. Quatrius. Okay, we're pretty much maxed out there. Asmore. We're pretty much maxed out. Okay. You can actually throw a lot of these planets into sectorhood now. Coalition member kicked the Cherogians, got kicked out of the Federation. Wonder what happened there. Strange times indeed. Okay, so the bombardment is almost done here. 450, 370, 290. This is going to be over before we know it, I think. It's like we've taken out most of their ships. They're sending in their science and construction ships now just to try to stave us off at this point. And they're sending in a construction ship here to do the same. Okay, we can land our troops on this planet now. We're 70% war score. The Borg actually may just like capitulate at this point. Yeah, we're just down to humiliation right now. Or yeah, we want them to cede 1 planet. So I'm not sure what happens if they just give up. Okay. So we are taking out all of their transport fleets right now. It's going to take a while just to eat through all those. One way to get yourself a little bit of time, I guess. The Dominion have offered Federation status to the Cherogians. That's an interesting change. Okay. Okay, so we're almost through here. It's going to drop back down. There we go. We need you to follow you. And let's take the final planet in this system. Oh, they just built a ship. Not sure what they expected to do, but... Federation. Oh, lots of stuff going on Federation-wise right now. Interesting. Alright. Let's go back to bombarding this world. 58% for war score now. We're taking on their science ship. They're starting to run out of ships and space stations. This may be it for the Borg. I suppose all they need is a single drone to start infecting everyone, and that's it. Kind of like zombies. Oh, we've been insulted by the Romulans. Okay. I'll remember that. The Cardassians will remember that. Clem will remember that. Arcadia too. Speaking of which, I gotta play the new season of The Walking Dead. I played seasons 1 and 2, but haven't played any of the other ones. Okay. And I never really got into the show Walking Dead, and as one of those weird things where, you know, I grew up watching zombie flicks and stuff like that, and it's like, if anything, if anyone should be watching the Walking Dead show, it should probably be me, but I saw a couple episodes, and then I kind of felt no inclination to watch anymore, so I don't know, maybe I should give it another shot. Maybe. We'll see. There's so much stuff to watch. I mean, you could spend days just watching various pieces of media. Sometimes you gotta try to do something a little bit productive once in a while. Go for a hike or something. Go to the gym. Okay. And has the invasion started here? Yes. So that's their home world. Okay, so we just wiped out whatever's in this system. I guess we will go and try to take out their transport fleet. And we should be able to land our troops here very soon, and then that will be it for the Borg. Unless they suddenly give up. Take a look now. Yeah, so there's no... We have no demands right now. Demand sum is 0. Kind of lame. So let's land armies here. Okay. I mean, we could probably force them to go to peace with us, but... Nah, I'd rather just blow up their transport fleets here. Okay, so this is the final invasion. This is it. This is the end of the Borg in this particular campaign. It's been fun, but sayonara, goodbye, farewell. So there you go, their garrisons. Almost done. Alright. So our fleet went missing in action after we took them out? Okay. Sure how to feel about that. And okay, our fleet, the 8th Order here. How do we get these guys home? It's like the plot of The Martian all over again. Okay. Alright, so how far can we get? Can we get into Talaxians? Okay, we want to humiliate you. And we didn't win that war either. It just kind of stopped. Want you to open your borders. Okay. We just want to get home. That's all we want to do. You're forcing me to do this. You know what? Screw you guys. Bomb the crap out of your homeworld. You're making me do this. And when do we get this fleet back? 229211. We have to wait till November. Anyway, upon the defeat of the Borg, just want to make sure. Yeah, they're not showing up anymore. I think that's a good endpoint for us for now. Hey, if you enjoyed the episode, please think about liking it and think about subscribing to the channel as well if you haven't done so already. Plenty more content to come. We'll see you next time. Take care. Have a great day.